Hello, I'm JT. Today, I would like to speak to you about the importance of the actual test drive. Now, before I begin with this, let me clarify a couple of things. First of all, the test drive is so old-fashioned. We don't want people to test the car. We're not real estate agents booking an inspection, right? We want people to enjoy the driving experience. Now, one of the things that I find quite disturbing on my travels, I've seen quite a few dealerships that are advertising on the front line in these big lit up panels, right? And it says, book a test drive. Now, in the first instance, book a test drive. As a customer, why do I need to book a test drive? You're a dealership. We're open for business. The customer's walking into our showroom today. Why does he need to book a test drive and come back some other day? This is the part that I don't get. People don't really want to book a test drive. Buying a car is emotional, but it's also impromptu. It's something that people will find the right car and they will buy it right now. They'll buy it today. They may not have come out to buy a car, but right now we've driven the car. We've got emotionally attached to it, and yes, we're going to go ahead and buy it. Through my training programs, every month we actually mystery shop a number of dealerships. And quite often, we find that the customer has to book a test drive. And this alone is a negative thing, right? Also, in the sense that when they do get the opportunity to go for a drive, the drive only lasts like 5 minutes. Maybe we go around the block and the salesman says, well, what do you think? I don't want them to think. I want customers to feel. So let's begin by reanalyzing our words of, let's go on a test drive or book a test drive. How about maybe changing that panel to something like the new Hyundai i30? Come on in and enjoy the driving experience. Okay, that might make more sense. It might entice more people to feel that they're going to enjoy that. Plus, the importance of the test drive, pardon me, is to actually allow people to feel ownership of the car, feel them driving it somewhere, visualize themselves owning it. And at the end of the day, if your drive is great, it'll produce great results as far as your gross retention is also concerned. We're coming into an era where I don't know whether it's salespeople that are making this decision or whether the decision is made from the top management down to say, well, let's not test drive people anymore. Let's not take them for a drive. Let's just sit down and negotiate price, right? Because, we've come to this thing, we won't be beaten on price. Ask about our best price. I mean, we're shooting ourselves in the foot, guys, okay? We seem to forget that buying a car is an emotional experience rather than a thought-out decision. People know that they want to buy a car, they want to change their car, they don't know what to get. They're going to go to a number of dealerships. And at the end of the day, let me assure you that they're going to buy from the salesperson who put in the most effort and energy, who made them feel more comfortable, who made them feel welcome to their dealership, and was compliant with what the customer needed to do. Yes, we do take control of the situation, but let's also consider the customer and what they actually want to do in this. Now, a test drive is important because, once again, it builds emotional ownership towards the car. If the customer has no emotional ownership towards that vehicle, he's just sitting down and negotiating on dollars. And you know what? Every time you sit down to negotiate on dollars, without having driven the car, without having to gotten the customer's feelings and emotional of ownership towards that car, you are going to lose. You're going to lose gross. You may gain the sale, but you're going to lose gross. So you may not as well have salespeople. You just may as well have counter people that, go in, the customer says, well, what's your best price? And the salesman says, well, this is the best I'm going to do. The customer says, well, thank you very much. I'll go and shop around. We are lacking that personalized contact with that customer. Now, salespeople, this is what I'm finding whenever we mystery shop a dealership, or most dealerships, is the customer walks in and salesman says, okay, look, how can I help you? Can I help you? And the customer says, yeah, look, I wanted to have a look at the Hyundai 30 that you had advertised. So immediately, the salesperson takes the customer to the Hyundai i30 that was advertised. Now, we haven't found anything out. We don't know whether he wants to trade a car in. We don't know why he wants to look at the Hyundai. What else has he seen out there? Has he even driven one somewhere else? But no, we just take him straight to the car and we start pointing out very badly some features of the actual car. And then the customer says, well, what's your best price? So the salesman said, well, come to my office, we'll sit down, we'll talk about the best price. Then we find out later on that yes, they have got a trade-in, yes, they owe money on their car. So, we can't put the cart before the horse goes. The importance of the test drive is paramount. If the customer goes for a drive in the car, he is building emotional ownership towards the vehicle. Plus, he's also visualizing ownership. We can't get that feeling and that emotion simply by showing a few features on the showroom floor. Okay, so look, let's analyze a few things here. A demonstration drive, technically, should last at least 10 to 15 minutes. We should take the customer on a nice circuit. It's got to be pleasant. We've got to pull up at a park, and that's where we're going to do our 6-position cell. Once we've gone for the drive, before we move on to the 6-position cell, after the drive has been done, let's ask them a couple of questions. John, did you find the drive was comfortable? Were you impressed with the performance? Questions that are going to give us a yes zone before we can actually proceed to the presentation of features and benefits. We can stand on the showroom floor all day and present vehicles. We can put customers in front of a screen and let them see the features and benefits of a car. What do you really think that's going to achieve? We are people. We are tactile. We need to feel, touch, smell. We're not buying life insurance here that says, well, look, in the event that something happens to you, well, you want your family looked after, don't you? This is about a car. This is about, a part of our life. This is something that's going to say to people who we are, what we're made of. But more importantly, it's about how we feel when we are behind the wheel of that particular car. Okay? So, talk to me. Go in, enroll in my programs, and you'll be able to see what happens throughout a test drive. Okay? In the meantime, thank you for watching. I'm JT.